Hello, this training is for direct support professionals. It is on abuse, neglect, mistreatment, and exploitation defined. Each individual served by the program shall be free from abuse, neglect, mistreatment, and exploitation as defined herein. The definition of abuse, neglect, mistreatment, and exploitation of individuals is determined by the Legal Division of the Department of Mental Health. These definitions are reflected below. Abuse and mistreatment is the wrong use of another person. It is improper treatment with emphasis upon disrespect for the individual's human rights and lack of regard for the person's dignity. It may result in emotional or physical injury. It is always in conflict with the individual's basic rights. Physical abuse is any attack upon an individual's physical person which inflicts or has the potential to inflict pain or injury. Whether or not injury results, physical abuse is also defined as willful deprivation by a caregiver of services necessary to maintain mental physical health. Verbal abuse is verbal conduct directed toward an individual that demeans that individual or could reasonably be expected to cause shame, ridicule, humiliation, embarrassment, or emotional distress. Sexual abuse is a deliberate intrusion upon an individual's sexuality, including verbalizing about, viewing, or touching an individual's body parts in an erotic or degrading way. Engaging in any sexual contact with an individual and observing contact between or among other individuals. It also includes forced sexual activity, actual or attempted rape, sodomy, molestation, exploitation, or other sexual contact or misconduct. Other mistreatment includes situations such as the following: chemical restraints and or isolation as punishment, forcing an individual to participate in any activity that is not in the best interest of the individual's welfare, causing an individual to be dressed or groomed in a manner that is not sufficient and is different from an individual's peers in the community, or in a style that invites ridicule. Dealing with the individual, his or her, is an inanimate object without feelings, using threatening and vulgar gestures with the intent to frighten or intimidate an individual, witnessing abuse, neglect, or failing to report it, or other violations of an individual's rights through other mistreatment. Neglect is the failure to provide adequate supervision or a suitable environment supportive of the individual's well-being. Neglect is failure, whether intentional or unintentional, to provide supervision, support services, or appropriate interaction to meet the individual's physical needs, to keep the individual safe from physical harm, or to prevent endangerment of the individual's health, dignity, emotional well-being. Exploitation is the intentional utilization of a position of employment to take advantage of the individual for personal benefit. It is defined as the expenditure or use of the property, assets, or resources of an individual. Thank you.